Dude, I had to pause for a second and just show you guys.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are here at the original Goon Squad garage where we're gonna continue working on our brand new build, the 2019 Ford F-150 Raptor. And as you guys seen in the previous video, we finally got one whole entire bedside put on. We would have did the other side as well, but we did notice a lot more damage on the inner structure. So we ordered those parts and that should be in any day now. We'll complete that bed 100%. But what we want to focus on right now is knocking out this piece of bodywork right here on this pillar. As you guys seen, we were trying to pop it out whatever way possible we could. And we finally got it out a little bit, and the rest is going to be body filler and then primer. I think we'll take that out, no problem right there. Then after we get that knocked out, I think what we're gonna do is probably go ahead and move onto this quarter panel and actually dry sand it. And the reason why we wanna dry sand it, we're taking a little bit of a different approach, is because we want that perfect finish, that perfect smoothness. So we just wanna add extra primer just to be on the safe side. And we are also getting an early start on this video late in the day because we are gonna be heading up to the new Goon Squad headquarters tomorrow in the morning because we got some awesome news over there. So we just wanna go ahead and knock out the major bodywork for now this afternoon. So let's just go ahead, keep moving with this pillar right here and try to get it all fixed up. Then we'll just go from there. Alrighty guys, so we are just moving right along here. First thing, most importantly, we knocked out this pillar bodywork, dude.
Dude, got that sucker nice and smooth, and there's already primer on it, and oh man.
Yes sir, and we ended up actually using some of this fiber reinforced filler, which is good for fiberglass, steel, galvanized steel, aluminum, all that, dude, even concrete.
Everything,
dude.
man. You can use this thing and build a house out of it right there.
Dude, that's some amazing stuff. This is like for pinholes or cracks, and since we had a pretty deep dent right there,
we just went ahead and just used it. I mean, it's better to use it and just be safe than sorry, because you don't want to use too much of this actual glazing putty, because glazing putty is supposed to be for like the last coat of anything because it's nice and smooth and it smooths out really smooth. So we used some of that, got it straight, and then we used some glazing putty, got it even straighter, and we went ahead and threw some primer on it, and that is nice and basically getting dry right there. And we jumped onto this side and we already sanded most of this primer.
Yeah, dude. And over here we dry sanded it like we mentioned, because what we're gonna do is throw another thick coat of primer and then wet sand it afterwards.
Yeah, because primer is basically like a filler, so you want to throw it on there a couple coats, just make it nice and thick, then you block it out. I used a 240. I think that was like the best approach because you got it nice and smooth. And as you can tell, there was some high spots, and that's exactly why I'm doing this right here, to get it as smooth as possible. And then the last coat of primer, we're gonna wet sand it, and it's gonna be perfect.
It's gonna be ready for that paint. So we're probably gonna do the exact same thing over here, do a little bit of dry sanding,
and then we'll probably just tape this whole side up and just prime everything for the last time all together. You know what I mean?
Yes sir, dude. I think that's gonna turn out perfect. But as of right now, I think we're gonna call it a night right now because we're gonna get ready for tomorrow in the morning.
Yeah, we gotta go up to the new Goon Squad headquarters early in the morning. We got some amazing upgrades to the house.
Updates. We haven't been there in a minute, dude.
So we're gonna give you guys a whole scoop over there. So I guess we're gonna catch you guys up the mountain tomorrow in the morning. amazing that looks right there, dude.
My goodness, we finally got our glass garage door in and installed as well. And I gotta say, dude, that looks perfect back here, dude.
Dude, it finally matches our windows. Just the whole entire house back here looks 10 times better. Just definitely, I mean, that garage door just did it right there, dude.
Did it right there. And this is all done by Door Pro based in Ringgold, Georgia. They did an amazing job. They got here this morning and they absolutely knocked it out, dude.
And we went ahead and installed the black trim around the door as well. Just made everything just flow properly, looks good. And I mean, this is what we were looking for right here, and we got it, man.
Yeah, this is perfect. It gives so much more light to the garage or living room area right there.
It up because we got a keypad now.
That's
dude.
right,
This
dude.
is awesome,
Which
man.
I wish we could have got that in black, but that's all right. Maybe we could paint it. It doesn't really matter.
It don't really matter. It
honestly.
looks good, man. But dude, and also you might hear that it's super silent. We got a new motor in here as well.
Yes, sir.
Dude.
It's belt driven like the previous one, but this one is just way newer version and all that good stuff. And look at that,
And
dude.
we got a newer button right here. That way we can press it instead of doing the little wires, because we had previously like some wires that came out right here. But dude, look how nice. Just even from the inside, it looks really good. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I absolutely love this. Like you could see the agriculture out there, or what do you call it? Landscaping.
The
That's-
landscaping, man. And on top of that, it brings way more light in this room. It just brightens everything up. You don't even need lights in here. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness, this is so perfect right here. And we were thinking about just leaving this like a merchandise room / office, but we're honestly having second thoughts about that, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, if we end up building that other garage right there that we're planning on doing, we can move it in there, you know what I mean? Because we're planning on building a room upstairs and like 5 big garage, which will look absolutely epic. So that might probably happen here real soon, you know what I mean?
That's going to be our next thing because we're basically ready to pass the final inspection.
We are ready, dude.
We knocked everything out. The child safety locks upstairs,
Yeah,
right?
the child safety locks. I mean, this is a fully insulated door as well, which kind of is going to make the final inspection go a lot better. And we did like a little bit of insulation above our attic door. As you can tell, we had to use some of those foam insulation blocks. We got all that knocked out. All we have to do is just schedule that thing in. And dude, once we pass, man, we're going to move on to like some furnish this whole entire house. That's going to be so epic. And we're definitely going to show you guys how all that
we're
stuff.
definitely going to keep you guys as updated as possible because once this is done, we're going to move on to building that garage next door.
Dude.
That's going to be a game changer because we're going to be working up here real soon.
That's
dude.
going to be absolutely epic. But as for this room right here, we did mention it's going to be like a kind of like a living room / social room. We'll probably do like some games in here because, you know, with this garage door now, you open it up during like the summertime, you get a whole like different space out here. It's going to be just absolutely epic.
It's going to be super epic. Can't wait to get to that. There is a few things that we do want to change up, like possibly paint like this stuff
These
right here
brackets.
black.
Yeah, that'd be super easy. Just tape it up, paint all this stuff black. I mean, it's nothing that big of a deal, but to make it just a little bit more better, we can end up doing that.
Yeah, a little bit more eye-appealing, as well as the floor right here, which we got one more coat that we want to do to make it like super high gloss. It's going to pop even more.
Yeah,
dude.
we'll end up buffing it down, doing one last coat, and dude, that's it for this house,
Yes,
man.
sir. But as right now, what do you say? Are we leaving right now? Down
Dude,
the-
it almost sucks to leave, you know what I mean? So beautiful up here with the view and just the wildlife and stuff like that. But you know what? We're going to probably head back down the mountain to the original Goon Squad garage and jump on that Raptor.
dude, this front end looks mean, dude.
It's not even done yet. It's gonna look even more meaner, man.
That's what I'm saying. Once that front end part comes in,
which may come in today, man.
Yeah,
Who knows,
dude.
man? That's gonna be epic.
We're gonna be on the lookout for that. But anyways, we finally made it back down the mountain here where we're enjoying this beautiful weather, dude.
Dude, up on the mountain, dude, it's super cold and it's super windy. I mean, honestly, it got cold everywhere. It even snowed in some places, which is crazy, man. I missed the warm weather, man.
Dude,
we need it back, man.
Done with that cold weather,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
Look, we can drop the doors off, man, like a Jeep.
Drop
and
the doors and go
Off-roading,
off-roading, man,
dude.
in the Raptor, dude.
But anyways, we are moving right along with the body work here. We threw a couple thick coats of primer.
Yeah, we sanded the old primer, not the old primer, the original primer that we threw down with the dry sanding paper, and then we threw the last bit of primer. So this is ready to be wet sanded right here.
Yes, sir. And the way that we're gonna paint this sucker is basically this whole entire inner structure gets painted, and then the outer structure gets painted. Do a lot of paint work.
A lot of paint work. That's gonna be the most epic part, is painting this whole thing. It's basically gonna be painting like the inside of the truck and the outside of the truck, because we got 3 doors we gotta paint, and we got this inner structure right here.
Dude, but I'm excited for the paint, because the paint is probably like the most exciting part. You know what I mean?
Dude, I mean, that's just the final stages. You know, once you get the paint, then the mods go on there. Heck, we may even throw mods before we even paint.
Dude, I think so. I think we might even throw a mod in this video, because the bed is off, and that's where the mod is gonna go. Gonna make it easier on us.
Gonna make it easier, and it's gonna be epic putting it on, dude.
Yes, sir. And the next thing that we're gonna move on to is probably this hood, where there's a couple scratches over here. We're gonna have to fix that. This is fiberglass, and I gotta say, dude, this is a super heavy hood right there. I don't know why.
I mean, even picking it up with the shocks that it has on it is like kind of heavy at first, and then it'll actually catch. Man, that is a heavy hood. I mean, fiberglass in general is super heavy.
But I don't get it, dude. Wouldn't they want to make this truck super lightweight? I guess that had to do with something about weight distribution or something like that.
Or, you know, they have to have a certain amount of pounds on a truck, like past 6,000 pounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't make a truck way too light. You know what I mean?
Dude, that makes sense right there. We're definitely gonna have to look into that. But we're gonna have to take apart a bunch of stuff. These decals,
that little scoop right there, and just basically start prepping this truck slowly for paint. This right here should be pretty easy to fix. We'll just sand that down, throw a little bit of glazing on there, and that should be it, dude.
But before we get to work on that hood, what are we gonna do right now, dude?
We're gonna go eat, man, because we have been working hard up at the mountain down here, man. So we're gonna go ahead and eat real quick, and then we're gonna hop back outside and then start getting on this hood.
Oh my goodness, dude. I had to pause for a second and just show you guys what we eat here at Mama's house, dude.
You always eat good at Mom's house.
That's
you know what I mean?
We're eating good today.
I mean, we got little bowls of chili right here. We're making a little bit of sandwiches, you know, just a little appetizers. And we got some not mashed potatoes, just potatoes with some good meat in here and some vegetables and all that good stuff.
Almost like beef stew or something without the stew, dude.
I don't even know what beef stew is.
Dude, all I got to say, dude, that is some good stuff. I don't even know what this is, right? I think that's like cabbage. It's like sour cabbage. I don't really like cabbage, but it's all right, dude.
It's all right. It's pretty good. Then we got some of this bologna right here. I think this is some European bologna right here. This stuff is actually, or this is made in USA, man. What? My bad, man. It's some good stuff, though, dude.
Dude, this is fire right here, dude. I got to say, this is almost better than like a restaurant, dude. A fine dining restaurant,
We're in a restaurant right now, man.
But this right here is going to keep us going, give us that extra energy strength that we need.
I don't know, it may slow me down, may take a nap.
Take a little nap. Sometimes it'll make you nap. Sometimes it'll just give you that boost.
Oh, yeah, definitely, dude.
But we're going to eat right quick and hop outside.
Hop outside.
All right, guys, so back outside here, we kept moving with this Raptor after we ate some good food and put us in a good mood and all that good stuff. We ended up actually peeling off this sticker right here, which I gotta say, these stickers right here are super thick, dude. Do you wanna put these back on, or should we just go the nice, clean look right there,
I don't know. Honestly, just gonna depend after we're done with this Raptor, but I kind of like them because they give it like that little aesthetic that looks really like aggressive in the front,
Yeah,
dude.
definitely gave it that aggressive vibe. And as far as that scoop goes right there, it's actually a real scoop, which is pretty cool right there. So you got some function right there. But we were looking into some carbon fiber scoops, which that sucker is $1,000. And honestly, I don't know if we should slap all that money into carbon parts just for looks.
Yeah.
We need performance,
Yeah,
dude.
we need performance. I'd rather spend that $1,000 on like a tune or something like that to tune this bad boy, or just all types of stuff. You know what I mean?
A tune is necessary probably on this thing. It'll
For
give
sure.
it that amazing response because of what we're gonna do to it with the exhaust and intake. Have we mentioned that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think
don't know if
we've
we
mentioned.
mentioned
I mean,
that,
they
but
should already know. You know what I
Definitely
mean?
gonna do an exhaust and a cold air intake on this thing. But anyways, we forgot to mention what we did on the back end of this sucker, and we actually ended up throwing down some seam sealer right here to replicate the OEM seam. And look at that, dude. It's about dang near perfect. It
Yeah.
looks just like the other side.
It
dude.
looks just like the other side, and we threw primer over it. That way we can paint it and all that good stuff,
Yes,
dude.
sir. So that's pretty much it for there. We ended up throwing a little bit of body filler on this little crack that we had right here. And since it is pretty cold today, it's not wanting to fully harden like super quick. So I think we're going to give it overnight, or what do you
Yeah,
say,
we'll
dude?
probably give it overnight because it is super cold. As you can tell, we had to throw
Double
on
up.
double layer it, man. We thought we were going to be ending off these jackets because it was like 80 degrees, man.
We
It
might
jumped
have to
back.
bring him back,
We might have to
dude.
bring another batch out, dude.
It's crazy weather, but you know what? It would probably be dry in an hour, but I think it's gonna get dark on us. And what we want to do right now is actually bring in the good old Can-Am. As you can tell, dude, that is just a fun haver machine right there. And we got a
Dude.
bunch of stuff that we've been wanting to do.
Yeah,
to
we
it,
have a
dude.
bunch of stuff, and you know what? We like mixing these videos up, just making it fun, you know,
Yeah,
fun
just
and entertaining, dude.
Entertaining, interesting, and look at what's behind you right here. These are Can-Am parts that have been just deteriorating. The packaging has just been coming apart, and we want to put these suckers on that thing. And we also got some other stuff that's hidden. So I say we bring that sucker in and start slapping some of this stuff on. All right, so we are beefing this sucker up right here, and the very first thing we started with was a light bar, of course, because ever since we got this thing, all we had was the stock headlights, and these suckers are pretty dang bright, but you know what? When you're gonna be going through the woods at high speeds in the middle of the night, you gotta have that extra brightness, dude.
I can't believe we haven't put one on yet, but go ahead and light that thing up, man.
Bang.
Oh, man, I think I'm blind, dude.
We're about to actually test this sucker out through the woods just to see how bright it really is. But the second mod that we did was this half windshield right here. We did have a full one, but ever since we flipped this sucker, rolled it or whatever, it got out of whack. And I believe that one got super scratched up because as soon as the mud hit it, we tried to wipe it off and like it got some haziness or something. It was super hard to see,
just this
dude.
plastic actually scratches really easily. And on top of that, I think the half windshield is the best way to go because if it does get super muddy or like really dirty, you can just pop your head up right there. And on top of that, you really want to wear a helmet and goggles at the same time too,
exactly.
dude.
I think that's the best option right there. I can't wait to test that out. And then the last mod that we did for tonight is actually these Fender Flares, just in case when you're like drifting or whatever through some mud, it doesn't like hit you or like go into the cabin right
Yeah,
here. You know
because
what I mean?
if you're in the mud, it actually throws a lot of mud everywhere. So
does.
hopefully this deflects most of that. We do have some for the rear too, right?
Yes, sir. And we're going to probably do that tomorrow in the morning because we got to change these quarter panels right here as well. And that's just going to be a little bit more work. It's already getting dark on. Oh, it's already dark on
man,
us.
it's pitch black,
It's
dude.
getting super late as well. So I say we go ahead, hop in this sucker, fire it up, do a little bit of ripping, test it out, and then we'll catch you guys tomorrow in the morning.
So it is the next day here, and instead of doing Can-Am stuff, what do we do, dude?
We went to the Ford dealership because we got a call that this part was in, so we just went ahead and slapped that on there OEM style, and it came with the 2 side panels right here. And dude, this thing is ready for the bedside.
Ready for the bedside, and this bed is basically going to be 100% complete, other than a little bit of body work.
A little bit of body work on that tailgate, which we'll knock that out, no problems. But this is right here. This is exciting stuff,
dude,
man.
that is awesome, dude. We got that pretty quick on there as well,
yeah,
dude.
That was like 5-10 minutes of work, and we got that sucker glued on there and riveted on there. It is solid, not going anywhere. And honestly, when this bedside is on here and the tailgate's fixed, the truck is ready for paint.
Basically, lots of sanding though, lots of wet sanding, dry sanding. But I think we're gonna knock that out, and that truck is gonna be painted here really soon, maybe in a couple more videos.
Yes, sir.
But that's gonna be pretty much it for today's video. But there is one more thing. We're coming back to these brakes once again,
dude. We're coming back to these brakes because we noticed that these front rotors right here are way bigger than the back ones, man. We're just holding up the rear rotors, dude.
Look at the difference here, dude. That is just insane.
That is crazy, dude. I don't even know. What are we building? A monster, man?
Basically.
A brake monster, dude.
A brake monster, a performance monster, dude.
I honestly cannot wait to feel how good these brakes are.
The stopping power on those suckers.
Might do a stoppie, man.
Man, I guarantee you. I guarantee you. But anyways, as for the Audi, we finally got the key. We got something scheduled in. Hopefully, we're going to start it in a couple of days. But one more thing for these brakes. If you want to get something set up on your car, we're going to leave that down below. And if you mention Goon Squad sent you, you can get 20% off, dude.
Ooh, man. I might go ahead and hop on there myself and order something for one of these other cars, man.
What do we need them for? The Raptor? I mean, the Raptor is like heavy-duty brakes already built in.
Who knows, man? May get some for like the S2000 or something, dude. You never know, dude.
Good thinking.
Never know.
But guys, that is going to be all for today's video. We're getting super close to the painting stages on this Raptor here, but definitely make sure your post notifications are on so you don't miss out on anything. We got a bunch of awesome mods on the way as well, so this thing is going to be super epic. And if you guys want an inside scoop before YouTube, definitely be sure to give us a follow on Instagram at goonzquad. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.